Sunny days feel so nice. Golden flowing like a touch of ice. You cannot see what is faking me. You cannot see what is meant to be.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Humanity Matters Live. What you heard from just now is a great band from Ireland, Dublin, Ireland, named Skyfever, who we're trying to get in touch with on the show tonight for you, but we're having some technical difficulties, so if you can bear with us.
Well, as we look toward that, how about you open up with some of the things you want to mention?
Yes, we'd like you to pray for a friend of ours named Attila Lee. And we lost our cat, Samantha Angel Face, on October 20th of this year. So we're pretty devastated about that. And
Do you have any hellos to say to? Do you have the hellos?
yes, we want to say hello to our Chewy crew out there in Florida and Dallas, Texas. We appreciate all that you do for our animals and us.
Oh, this tie get on my last nerve. Yeah, I'm live, but I'm still trying to fix the tie. Am I up yet? You didn't
Yes.
introduce me. Hey, I don't know who I am.
This is our host, Albert Torcaso.
All right. Thank you, Annette.
You're welcome.
We lost our cat, Samantha Angel Face. And Annette does need to say the in memoriam in a minute. What we are doing an experiment, and we have a young man whose name is Luke Lang. He is attempting to call in via Skype, and we're having some technical issues, but I can tell you this, whether we speak to Luke live tonight or in December, we will have this interview come to pass. Now, I want everybody, men and women of faith, to hear these words. I want you to feel these words. When I say something's going to come to pass, I don't know why, but it happens. Bad and good. So it is already a reality that this interview will happen. And the young man, Luke Lang, is very talented, and so is Skyfever. They are in Dublin, Ireland. I strongly suggest all of you go onto YouTube and look up Skyfever. It's all one word. Now, it's interesting because I had been listening randomly to YouTube, and there was this one band that I heard, and it was just interesting because somehow or another, about 6 months ago, when I was listening to the one band, I was sent over to Skyfever. And so the journey has been quite interesting. I started speaking to another member of Skyfever, and I believe his name is Tyson. I could be wrong, I hope not, through LinkedIn. So I want to say this to all the people out there of every age. Amazing things happen hourly. You know, I want you to think about this. I virtually met Luke and Tyson and even Brian of Skyfever through LinkedIn, through old school email, and through YouTube. Now, we are going to have this interview, whether it's today or December. It really doesn't matter. It already came to pass. We and you are not in that timeline yet. But you can be assured, one thing about me is, if I say it's going to happen, we good. Hopefully Luke is here on the phone. Luke, can you hear me?
Hello.
How you doing, Luke?
Hi, Luke.
How are you, man?
Hey, I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Well, first of all, Luke, what you will need to do later, if you don't mind, is I would like a photograph of you and or video and the entire group. I got to really say some things about you, Luke. So if you don't mind getting the real introduction, man, let me do the El Torcaso way.
Go
Live!
for it, man.
Are you ready? Hold the ears, buddy. Coming to us live from Dublin, Ireland. Fantastical musician, Luke Lang. How you doing?
How's that for an introduction?
That's an introduction I've never had before. Thank you.
So,
I love your energy.
well, I got to do what I got to do, Luke. You a superstar. Now, I just have to share this with my American brother and sisters. Luke and Skyfever are really an outstanding group or band. I predict they are going to have global fame. Frankly, and I don't know if you, I hope you're listening, Luke. I believe you are going to end up being known historically. We're talking like U2, the Rolling Stones, a little group, you might have heard of them, called the Beatles. I don't know, you might have heard of the Beatles.
Maybe.
I think you're going to be that type of band. Now, I want to tell you one thing, though, Luke. I do have to say, I want to see more music produced, guys, because y'all do a great job. And here's the kick in the pants. One thing I have to say to you, Luke, is this. I don't particularly care for that type of music, but you guys make it so good that even I was in the car with Annette earlier, and we were just jamming on the way here.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear.
So,
Thank you.
one of the things I'd like to do is I'm going to turn it over to the wild Annette Mendel. She's got some questions for you. She has some questions for you. And then I'm going to ask you how y'all got together and when we can expect new music. Now, we can't outright advertise, and we won't do that. But we do know that you're on YouTube, and the world needs to hear this music. We did play the Sunny Days for the opening. We played part of it, and at some point, if it's possible, we're going to have John, probably in a few minutes or so, play the entire song. And I appreciate you and the band allowing us to use Sunny Days. And guess what, Luke? We're planning on making that our theme song. So part of it will be played on the opening and closing credits every single episode henceforth.
Well, thank you. That's an honor.
Yeah, well, it's actually an honor for us to be allowed to use your music. I really do think you're going to have worldwide acclaim. And I'll tell you, I want you to eventually get to Pittsburgh. And when you get to Pittsburgh, don't forget the man with the comb over. Let me get in.
We will not. We will be there, and we won't forget you.
I hope not, because I want a backstage pass. But in the meantime...
100%. Free tickets all the way. Free tickets all the way.
Now, I'm going to shut my gums and turn it over to Miss Annette. But later on during the show, some of our audience may call in at 412-231-2288. This is your chance to speak to the wild, amazingly talented Luke Lang live. Don't miss it, Pittsburgh. Don't miss it, America, because this gentleman and his band are, I'm going to call it a sedum, ladies and gentlemen. They are rock stars. And as a matter of fact, I was looking at some of their recent accomplishments, and ladies and gentlemen, this is a band that is going to rock the universe. Well, rock the world first, then the universe. But with that, Luke, we are going to pass it to Annette Mendel, and then she will pass it back to me. We'll be playing tennis.
Fantastic. Bring it on.
Well, Luke, first of all, I want to introduce myself. My name's Annette, and I'm Al's girlfriend.
Hello, Annette. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, his live-in girlfriend. And I'd like to begin my question with, how's the weather over there?
What's the temperature?
Well, this is Ireland. It's always flu season.
It's always what?
It's always flu season.
Oh, always flu season?
Flu season, yeah. It's always
Yeah.
cold.
Well, how
Oh.
cold is it? Because we use degrees. We don't use the metric system. How
Well,
cold?
I don't
in-
know. I'll have to check the temperature on Google now for you if you really want to know.
Yeah, I really, truly do want to know, Luke. Yes, I'm an inquiring man.
Okay.
I want to know.
Okay, let's see. So I'm in Dublin. The weather is 7 degrees Celsius.
Oh, wow. That's cold, Luke.
It's not
Woo!
so bad for here.
It's freezing there. Ay, ay, ay. Your next question?
Yeah.
How long have you and Skyfever been together?
We've been together 4 years now.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
Now,
4 years, yeah.
when should we expect a tour of Europe? First, Ireland, Europe, and like, what is your immediate and long-range plan?
Well, our immediate and long-range plan at the moment is we are doing very well in America.
Oh, wow.
More so than Ireland.
Wow. Cool.
So our plans for probably next year are looking towards the States.
Well, now, do you plan on having Pittsburgh on your tour, if possible?
We haven't planned it completely out yet, but I'm pretty sure we will head that way.
Oh, wow, because I'd like to meet
Yeah.
y'all in person.
Oh, yeah, as I said, we
I
won't
really
forget you.
would. Now, I also want to mention something. Now, the gentleman's name is Tyson, is that right?
The guitarist's name is Tyson, yes. That's right.
Okay. He is a very wonderful gentleman. Let me tell you a little bit
He is.
about Tyson. Of course, you may or may not know, I was diagnosed with cancer a few months ago. And
Tyson had mentioned it, yeah. Sorry
And-
to hear that.
Well, you know what? Lord willing, I'm going to be around a long time. But you know that Tyson actually wished me well and through LinkedIn. So I appreciate you guys. And like I said, I'm glad to hear you're doing well in America. Now I need my Pittsburgh family to check you out on YouTube, because I'll tell you something. It really surprised me that I was listening to this, because I'm not generally that kind of music guy, but you all do a great, fantastic job. And like I said, I believe you're going to have the kind of fame and relevance that a lot of these other bands like Bono and YouTube have. I mean, not YouTube, but U2. I had the wrong you for a minute. I had the wrong you for a minute, Luke.
It's all good, it's all good.
Yeah. But let me ask you something. How did all of you meet?
Well, the band was formed 4 years ago. Tyson is actually the only original member of the band left.
Oh, we have calls. Wait. Well, you know what, Luke? Guess what? Time for me to shut up. We got calls here. So caller number one, you're on the air with Luke Lang. Caller number one.
Hey, it's
Hello?
me, Al. How you doing? Can you hear me, Al?
How are you doing?
I can hear you, Mike. The famous Mike McCutcheon, who is actually a pet hero. He was not able to attend tonight because he saved the life of a cat that was,
Wow.
unfortunately, there was a problem. And so Mike stepped up and hit a home run and saved the life of a cat named Princess. So are you still there, Mike?
Oh, yeah.
How is Princess?
How is she
She's
doing,
doing
Mike?
good.
And how are
she's
you
doing?
doing?
Good. She's here in my bedroom with me.
Oh, wow.
I'm
Well,
trying to
that's-
keep them.
All
I'm trying
right.
to keep her at least separated from my other two cats for at least a week.
Yeah.
Make
Are
sure
you
she's
keeping
okay.
her?
Yes,
Are-
he's keeping
are
her.
you
Well, I'm
keeping-
keeping her. Yeah,
Yes,
I'm keeping
yes,
her.
he is.
Nobody's taking her after her. No.
So,
No, I'm
Mike-
keeping
Is she
her.
okay?
So, Mike, I need you to ask a question of Luke. I believe he can hear you. He
I
is
can.
coming to us live from Ireland, and he is a band member of Skyfever. And boy, do they rock the house, Mike. You got to hear this band. They rock.
Cool.
But if you could ask him a question, I'd appreciate it.
So what was his name, Al?
His name is Luke.
Lou.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, so Luke, can you hear me?
I can. Hey, Mike.
Hey, what's up, man? I actually work in a building with a guy that's from Scotland. His name is John Meikle, and he's actually from
That's
Scotland.
cool.
So I've
really
worked
cool.
I've worked with a guy that's in my building. I want to say it's either Scotland or Ireland he's from, but yeah, I'm believing it's Scotland. His name is John Meikle.
Okay. Huh?
Yeah. So what's your whole purpose, and what is your whole purpose there, Luke?
My purpose here on the radio station, or my purpose here in general?
Yeah. Like what are you representing? What are you?
He's a band member, Mike.
I'm representing my band called Skyfever.
Cool.
We're a rock band from Dublin.
Right.
In
Oh,
Ireland.
nice.
Yeah, Mike, they're the type of band you would absolutely love.
Cool. Yeah. I play a little bit of bass guitar, Luke. I play a little bit of bass guitar.
Nice. Yeah.
So
Cool.
Yeah, I just actually. What's that, Al?
I want you to ask him what type of genre does he genre does he consider the band to be? That's your job. You got to ask that, Mike.
Okay, so Luke, what how do you categorize your music?
I would say we're generally rock.
Rock.
That's what I
We'd be
said.
a mix of hard rock and soft rock.
Okay.
Cool.
I like that.
Bit of blues, a bit of everything, but generally rock. Yeah.
Well,
Okay, so what do you play, Luke? What instrument do you play?
Well, I play guitar behind the scenes and help write the songs. But when we do our live shows, I sing. I'm the singer of the band.
he's a
So
vocalist.
you do a little bit of guitar work?
I do guitar work behind the scenes when we're in the studio, when we're recording, help write the songs, and I'm the vocalist also.
Who's some of your biggest influences as far as guitar players?
Guitar players. Well, I grew up listening to Metallica.
Oh, wow.
I like Metallica.
When I was about 7 years old, I went to my first concert, and it was a Metallica concert here in Dublin.
Wow.
So I started playing guitar since then. Man.
Cool.
Well, Mike, I do need to get to the other two calls. So what
Okay,
I like to,
Albert.
but wait a minute, don't go anywhere, Mike. Don't go anywhere yet. Hold the phone, brother. Hold the phone. I just want to say something on a personal note. I want everybody on the planet that hears this to know what type of person Mike McCutcheon is. Mike took a big risk taking care of this new cat, a big personal risk. And personally, when I say he's a pet hero, he's also one of my heroes. So Mike, guess what, brother? You're a hero. And with regards to Luke Lang, I have to say this. Sometimes I'm good at predicting the future. I don't understand it, ladies and gentlemen. So don't ask. I'm not saying I'm a psychic. I'm not a psychic or a psycho. Hey, forget about it. Some people come here and say, hey, wait a minute. But I do believe that, now Luke stated that they're already doing well in America, and I'm not surprised. I think they're really going to rock the place up and down. And again, I know Luke's on the line, so I'm going to say this. I have witnesses. Can I get a witness? Yes, I have a lot of them. I want to definitely meet you all in person, Luke, one day. And I want Mike McCutcheon to be with us. So it'd be myself, Mike, and Annette. And I just want you to know, Luke, we are making history today, brother. And so are you, Mike. And personal history for me and you. But understand something, Luke. I want you to understand something before we get to the other part of the show. And Mike, too.
Sure.
What we are doing here now is going to have wonderful ramifications. And I'm not going to get into it now. I'll tell you through Skype or email, or I'll tell Tyson. But I can tell you guys, this is a historic day, and it's a brand new El Torcaso and Annette Mendel right in front of your face. And if y'all don't understand, that's okay. But let me just share this with the world. Annette and I watched our cat, Samantha Angel Face, die in front of our face in my arms
Oh.
2 weeks ago. Why?
Wow.
Because they had fleas. And we were told to wash this cat with Dawn dishwashing liquid, which did a good job. But I believe she had a heart attack and she died in front of our face. And actually, I even tried CPR. It didn't work. I bring that up, not to bring people down, but to lift people up. That day, I said it will never happen again. So with that, I want Luke, Mike, the world. I want John, cool John Bursig, rockin' PC TV here in Pittsburgh, PA. And I'm your host, AJT. How you doing? But for real, it's all coming. Now, see, Luke, you're a part of the beginning. I have something planned that's going to change a lot of things. And I'm telling you right now, brothers, Mike, you, callers, we're going to get to you in about 2 seconds here. This is a brand new day. So, Mike, I'm going to go ahead and have you tune in through the Facebook if you can.
Okay.
But, Mike, you get ready. What I told you privately for you and Annette, be ready because a train is a-coming. And with a fantastic band letting us use their wonderful music, Sunny Days, the world has no idea what's about to come. And I tell you what, even if Skyfever and Luke don't come to Pittsburgh, we will get to Ireland. That's right. One way or another, I'm going to be in the seat watching them in live, and so are you, Mike, so get ready. But, Mike, with that, I'm going to put Luke to work. Now, Luke,
Okay.
we have two calls.
Case.
We have two callers on the line, Luke, so I'll tell you what I need you to do. This is international flavor. I need you to get the next call. All you have to basically do is say, caller, are you there? And we're good.
See you next month, Mike.
He might be gone. Your turn, Luke. Say that. You got to say those words.
Okay.
Just basically say, caller, are you there?
Caller, are you there? Okay.
Okay.
Hello, can you hear me?
She's there.
Hello.
I can't see you because something's wrong with the TV thing.
No,
Do you know
you-
about this L?
No, there's nothing wrong with your TV. There's a little bit.
Right? The 21's missed.
Well, I don't know about that, Diane, but let's just ask your question.
I can't hear you. Wait a minute. I can't hear you
Oh,
and hear
boy,
him.
here we go. Here we go, Luke.
Okay.
What's the name? Luke, right? Your
Yeah,
name is
Luke.
Luke, right?
My name is Luke, yeah. Diane,
This
yeah?
is his sister, Diane.
I'm from Ireland.
But when does it get spring over there?
When do you get spring over there?
When does it get spring? About March.
Why do you ask him that? It's funny. It's okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, she heard.
Here's a different question then. How about what? Do you have a time change like Pennsylvania does?
What?
Pittsburgh,
I didn't
Pennsylvania?
understand.
Time change.
Change your clock around?
No, they don't do that, Diane.
If we
Oh, you
change
do?
the clock back 1 hour.
Oh, you do that? I didn't know that.
Yeah, we do that. Yeah.
Oh, wow, I was
What time is it
wrong.
right now on Ireland then?
It is 25 minutes past 11 at night.
Oh,
You're
wow.
getting ready to go to bed.
I'm getting ready to go to bed.
Diane, let us go to the next call, John.
It's almost 11 o'clock.
Yeah, it's 11:30 p.m. Yeah.
Oh, wow. All right, but we're going to go to the next call. And I guess, did you answer a call yet?
No, I did not.
Your turn.
Caller, you're on.
Oh, I think we lost the call. Well, that's all right. Are you still there, Luke?
I'm still here, guys.
All
Still
right.
here.
So now, what were the influences of the band in general, of Skyfever in general? Like, what would you, if you, not that you would compare them to anybody, but how would,
Sure.
what are the influences, and who would you say, like if somebody in America who didn't ever hear about you were trying to figure out what kind of music you were doing, what would you say you're close to? in terms of band?
It would be a mixture of bands. Like every single band member has its own kind of favorite genre, favorite band. Right. It's all pretty similar. So I guess the general main influence that everybody likes in the band would be bands like U2.
Okay. That's cool.
Oasis. Do you guys know Oasis?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I know Oasis.
Yeah.
Wonderwall.
And a lot of American influences, like bands like a lot of the '90s grunge style bands like Soundgarden, Chris Cornell, and some of the classic bands like Led Zeppelin.
Oh, okay.
Bands like this.
Yeah.
They would be the main influences.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: when is your next album or CD or MP3 or whatever they call it these days? When is your next group of compilations of music going to be coming out? Your album?
Okay, well, we just released a single called "Burning Hands."
Cool.
And you can find that on YouTube and Spotify and things like that.
Yeah, I think I may have heard it earlier today. We were listening to a whole bunch of stuff. It was just rocking out. Yeah, we were just kind of rocking out.
Yeah. We released a video for the last song, "Burning Hands."
Okay,
and you
cool.
can find that on YouTube.
Now, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, and we have a song now called "Keep Pounding."
Oh, cool.
Which is not officially released yet, but it was debuted at the Carolina Panthers versus the Tennessee Titans game.
Oh, wow. You guys are associated with the Carolina Panthers.
They debuted the song during the game.
Wow.
And I think they have it on play now. It's for the Carolina Panthers.
Oh, wow.
So if you ever go to a game or see it on TV, you'll probably hear that song.
Well,
so we're going to be releasing that officially soon.
Well, I think it's only fair that you get in touch with the Pittsburgh Steelers in the United States. They're an NFL football team, because we have to have something for our Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, and I think Skyfever needs to do a Pittsburgh Steelers type of song.
Yeah, we'll have to write a song for them.
I think so, That's only fair. Besides, they were the first team ever to win 6 Super Bowls. Now they're tied up with New England Patriots. Please don't write them a song. No, I'm kidding. But I will say this. The fact that you have this music associated with an NFL team goes to what I'm saying, that you guys are going to have worldwide fame. I mean, it's just a matter of when. And I know I want to keep updated. I already have the bell on the YouTube channel already clicked, Luke. But one of the things I did notice, you have multiple channels that says Skyfever. So I kind of subscribe to all of them. And I just want to be updated through Skype or what have you. I definitely think that you have fantastic music. And then I'm going to ask you another question. Actually, I'm going to defer to Annette till I can come up with one. So think of something. Maybe like, what's his favorite color? I don't know anything.
Anything. Ask me anything.
Do you think you'll appear on MTV at any time?
MTV? I'm not sure. Maybe. I don't really think that's a music channel anymore, is it?
It is.
I think it's a lot of reality TV shows.
It's all reality TV. So MTV's kind of old, but that's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of old. It's all right.
Oh, don't say that.
I said it. MTV's old. Not that she's old. I said MTV. You're going to get... Hey, Luke, don't get me in trouble like that. Hey, Luke. She said...
I grew up with MTV.
Hey, Luke.
Me too. Me too.
Luke, she said that she's the living girlfriend. I always tell people I've been with her for a couple of days.
Since MTV?
No, since 1982. Couple of days. So
only feels like a couple of days, huh?
So now one request I have, correct me if I'm wrong, and we're going to get these calls in about New York second, everybody. I don't seem to recall a lot of your videos showing the band actually performing. Are we going to now see videos of you guys performing? Because we want to see the crew.
Okay, so we have a song called Signs.
Okay, Signs.
SIGNS.
I heard that.
Okay.
We released, I think, about a year and a half ago.
Okay.
We have a video for that on YouTube.
All right, well, get some more.
You will see us all perform on that.
All right, well, you know what? We did play that earlier, but I was driving, so I couldn't look. Forget about it.
Okay. Well, check it out.
I will do that.
Most of our recent videos are kind of conceptual, artistic, a bit more deep. So that's the reason for that.
Oh, okay, I see. So now what I would like you to do is, what is your official YouTube channel called?
Skyfever Music.
Okay, good, because I wasn't sure. All right, everybody in America and around the globe, Skyfever Music over here on YouTube, up there in YouTube. And with that, Luke, we have a couple more calls waiting. So how about you get this call, the next call?
Okay, I will.
Hello, caller.
Are you there?
Hello, this is Kirk.
Hey, Kirk, how you
nice
doing?
To meet you.
Nice to meet you. Hey, my question is, I just got part of the show in here. I just got connected with the internet and that.
Right.
What are your origins? Like, were you yourself or your band? See, in America, we have like marching band in high school. Were you a band geek? Were you in your garage, your basement? Where did you guys start playing music? Like, I knew I was a makeup artist and a filmmaker back when I was in elementary school.
Okay, sure. Well, we all have slightly different backgrounds. Like me myself, my family has been involved in music. So I grew up with music around me. All my family are professional musicians. In school, it was the same. It's not quite the same here in America, here in Ireland. I think in America, in your schools, you kind of have class groups. Like you'll have geeks, you'll have... Here it's not so, how do I say, segregated.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm answering your question right. In terms of the band, we all have deep origins.
When did you realize you were a musician and you wanted to do this? I remember when I was in elementary school, I wanted to work with puppets and costumes and makeup.
Right.
And I was a makeup artist for 20 some odd years.
Wow, and you're still doing it?
No. Due to some health reasons, I'm not. I'm retired from it, but I still like to be part of the business.
Sure. Well, for me, I was 7 years old.
Yeah.
My mother took me to see a Metallica concert here in Dublin.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
So that was me hooked for life. I said the next
my
day,
first concert was Meatloaf, so yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, so for me, that was the oranges. The next day, I asked for a guitar, and I never looked back. So
cool.
Yeah.
So what was...
Hey, Luke.
Go ahead.
We saw a U2 concert in the 80s.
Nice.
Yeah.
There in the States?
On the north side.
Yeah, in the United States.
Yeah, well.
You know what, Luke? The gentleman, Kirk, that actually just asked you that question, he was one of my guests last month. He was on an episode called Storytelling. And we had a gentleman named Scott, and somebody called in and said, I see that you have the Star Trek crew, Kirk and Scott. And it was kind of interesting. Yeah, it was kind of interesting. So, Kirk, how you feeling tonight?
I'm doing good. The weather's getting to my bones and stuff, but I'm doing okay.
Well, you better tell that wife that she's on one of these days real soon. Miss Cindy's coming on live on HML, Humanity Matters Live. So,
I'm sure she's excited for it.
Well, Kirk, we're going to move on because we got actually another call. So stay tuned because I have some other questions for the famous Luke Lang.
All right, back on the internet then.
We got to go to the...
Bye.
See you later, Kirk. Be good. Don't do anything I might do. Hey, wait a minute. So now, Luke, we have another call. So, caller, you're on the air with Torcaso, Annette Mendel, and Luke Lang.
Hello.
Hey, Luke. How are you?
Hey, man.
Hey, I had a question for you. How long have you been in the band, and how big is your...
Okay, that was a crank call there, Luke. So we'll just...
Okay.
Yeah, that was a crank call. They were trying to get... That's all right.
I can finish that sentence myself, yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. Well, you know, every now and then you have a kind of interesting situation. Any rate, so I want to ask you a kind of an off-the-wall question in the sense that, you know what the Brit exit or Brexit.
Brexit, sure,
now,
yeah.
is where you live in Dublin, is that affected by the British leaving the UK, European Union? And if so, does it affect your ability in any way as a band to, you know, earn a living throughout Europe? That's a tough one, isn't it?
So, basically, Britain leaving the EU will have an effect on all of Ireland.
Oh, wow.
Because we have this border between the south and the north.
Right.
If that border is lifted, we could have big problems here again.
Oh, boy.
In terms of civil war. But we'll have to see how that happens. But in terms of bands, in terms of us getting gigs or doing tours, no, it'll have no effect on us.
Well, that's good.
Because we still have European citizen passports, so we can travel freely, no problem.
Well, that's good. So now you say that you might be touring relatively soon. When do you think that may actually happen? In 2020, or when do you expect that you may tour?
The way things are going, we could be looking at the end of 2020.
Okay, that sounds
hopefully.
Good.
Yeah.
And where would you be?
We're confident.
I think it's going to come to pass, so don't worry about that.
We're not worried.
I want to ask you another thing. How far are you from the Isle of Man?
Well, in terms of miles?
I mean, is it like a day or a half day or what?
Oh, no, it's only a couple of hours on a boat.
Okay. I had a friend that lived in the Isle of Man, that he had come to America for a while, and I was able to become friends with him back in the 80s.
Yeah, it's a nice place.
Oh, yeah?
Nice people.
Okay. Well, I would like to put a stop for a half second or so, and I want you to stay on the line, and if John in the control room is able to put Sunny Days on, I'd like to play the entire Sunny Days MP3, and we'll see if John is able to do that. And then after he is done with that, we will get right back to you. But I would like to show the audience.
Okay.
Sunny days feel so nice, golden flowing like a touch of ice. You cannot see what is faking me. You cannot see what is meant to be. I'm gonna bide my precious time. I'm going to places where the sun does shine. The sun and sea are watching over me. I want to go back to the place where we rule. Ooh, you never let me down, and you, ooh, you never break me. And on the road, a sunny day it bleeds, let it all green. I bought this easy life for free, but now I'm chilling at the back of the line. You see, I duck and dive and swoop on you. It's in the pain of an old tattoo where we rule. Ooh, you never let me down, and you, ooh, you never break me. And on the road, a sunny day it bleeds, let it go green. it's gonna be the same when I'm running away. Rule, ooh, you gotta rule. Ooh, you gotta rule. Ooh, you gotta rule.
That was wonderful, Luke.
Thank you.
Now,
Thank you very
is that you doing the vocals on that one?
That's me singing.
Rock and roll, Luke. All right, that was. I really enjoyed that. I really did enjoy that song, and I'm so glad that y'all were willing to do that. It's an honor for me to have that, and I know it is for Annette.
Oh, definitely.
But that's
It
pretty
is an honor
amazing.
for us. It's a complete honor, you know.
Well, now, what is it that you would like to talk about the band that maybe you've been interviewed before and a question you were not asked that you would like to actually expound on? It's the Luke Lang free for all. You get to ask or whatever.
Well, it's never happened before in an interview.
Well, guess what, man? It's your turn. You get freedom too. After all, you're one of the superstars.
I guess what I'd like to say about Skyfever is, as a band, over the past 4-3 years, we've all gone through some really, really personal struggles.
Oh yeah, I believe that.
You know, we've all gone through some different stuff, but really deeply personal.
Oh yeah.
Trauma.
Oh, I believe that.
Which has really brought us closer together as we call ourselves an army, a brotherhood, and we're really close because we've helped each other out. We're like brothers, and over the years we've just become so much stronger as a unit. And now we've all come out of it. We're just completely about positivity, keeping motivated, and staying strong, and staying together, and that's what we're really about.
Well, that takes a lot of resilience and courage. So I don't know about anybody here, but I got to give a clap for that. Go ahead, Skyfever and the crew. So now, Luke, being that you're the spokesperson, I need you to tell us the names of the superstars. Everybody in the band. Don't forget anybody.
All right. Okay. So the drummer is called Carl Hand.
Okay.
And he's a beast. He's an animal on the drums.
I know that's right.
The original member is called Tyson Harding, and he's the rhythm guitarist and songwriter. On lead guitar, we have a guy called Brian Clark, and man, he can shred the guitar. Our bass player is called Dan Monaghan. He's in the band now 5 months.
Okay.
And there's obviously me, Luke Lang, on the vocals.
There you go. Well, when you get a minute later tomorrow, so you got to get some rest, email me a list of everybody's name, first and last, and when I put this on the internet, I'll eventually, put the names in there. And if you
Absolutely, no problem, man.
If you have pictures of everybody, we can put that up there too. Match the name with the person. And if you have pictures with them playing the music or singing, that would be great. But
sure, we have tons and tons of pictures of us doing shows. I can send you on all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, send that stuff to the email address that you have. So what's your next question, Annette? Because we're at 6:45.
What are your plans for tomorrow?
You can't ask
my plans for tomorrow. Well, write some music.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're going to write some more new songs?
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff we're working on. We got about 7 years worth of songs we got to finish.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's a lot of songs.
So
I thought
we're pretty ahead of ourselves, yeah?
Yeah. I thought you were going to tell us that you're going to go out on a date with your girlfriend or your wife. I was like, hey, wait a minute. Don't ask.
Well, you said you're half Italian, did you say?
Yeah, well, we won't go on that ride. This is a G-rated show.
Well, my girlfriend's Italian, and she's in Italy at the moment, so I won't be going on any dates tomorrow, no.
Oh, boy. Uh-oh. Yeah, you might be in trouble if she's mad at you. You might just be in trouble. You know, but then the Irish have a little bit of a temper, too, don't forget.
Yeah, a little bit, in a different way.
Yeah, a little bit, but we won't go there. So where is your girlfriend? She been around lately?
Yeah, but she's in Milan at the moment, where her family are.
Well, you make sure she gets to see this episode. It will be shared on Facebook Live within the next, I'd say for me, probably within the next 24 hours. And I hope that...
Al. Would you do me a favor, Al?
I'll do my best. What is it?
Will you email us the link?
Yeah, when I get it going, I will definitely send you the link. It may be a few days because our rock and roll gentleman, John Bursick, has to do some technical stuff. But as soon as I have it, you will have it. And we got to give credit to John, the wild man. Now he ain't the wild man. He's innocent. I'm the wild man. John, the WWE superstar Bursick. Now I like professional wrestling, Luke, and also other people do, and we sometimes speak about wrestling. I like AEW now more than WWE because, unfortunately, let's just say some people want to be old and tired, and we'll leave it at that. But I do like the professional wrestling, and I also like the boxing. Not really big on the UFC because it's a little bit too violent for me. I'm a humanitarian after all. Forget about it. But I always tell people I'm humanitarian light. I might bawl you out if you need it. But guess what? Guess what, Luke? We have another call.
Well.
So let's go for it. Caller, you're on the air with Luke Lang.
Hi, Luke. This is Kirk again.
Hey, Kirk again.
Hey, Kirk,
how you doing?
I'm doing good. Hey, my family's Scottish. It's Ross Bruce McGregor.
Well,
and,
true Scottish.
Right, yeah. We came over from, basically from Edinburgh to Edinburgh, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Just because, the weather's all dank and rocky, and it's all dank and rocky over here, too.
Right, yeah.
Felt like a home.
Right, yeah, it felt like home for him. But I've got generations and generations of haggis recipes. So I'll treat you to a couple pint, and you could have some of my haggis.
Well, that's when he comes to Pittsburgh.
That sounds good when he comes to Pittsburgh, yeah.
Yeah, that would be great. Now, with me, I don't drink any alcohol, but we'll get together, and I'll have me a soda or some water or something.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, that would be great. And I'll tell you, I do some videography, Luke and Kirk, for those of you who don't know. So, I'll grab that video camera in a minute. And by the way, I do have a YouTube channel that you can find, Albert Torcaso. And Luke, I have a couple of videos on there. Guess what the number is? Take a wild guess. You ready, Luke?
Will it?
How many videos do you think I have on my channel? Take a wild guess.
A wild guess. How long have you had the channel?
Since 2008.
Well, I'd say you have, 200 videos?
You might want to go a little bit higher. Your turn, Kirk.
I'm going to say 500.
Oh, guys, come on. Are you for real? Let me tell you what.
$1.5 grand.
Okay. First of all, my name is Albert J. Torcaso. Luke and Kirk. And no, I don't have 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, or even 1,000. I have 1,670 and counting. About 1,670. And yes, believe me, Luke and Kirk, it has so many different things. I go from extremely political to ridiculously silly. I have a video on there called "You Can't Have Your Cake and Eat It Too," because there's a phrase here, Luke.
I just had cake today.
You're going to go to jail for
yesterday.
that. You're going to jail for that. There's a phrase, "You can't have your cake and eat it too." And we did this skit where she ate the piece of cake, and I I arrested her. Then she escaped, ate more of the cake, and I was like, oh, you're going to jail for real. But that's on there. And then I have a whole lot of different stuff. And I will say that I'm a little bit different than most people. But I want to find a way through YouTube. Obviously, I'm a subscriber to Skyfever's, ladies and gentlemen. I do subscribe to their channel. But if I can promote you guys, I will, Luke. I'm going to do what I can because I really like what you do. I like what you do, how you do it. I think Tyson is fantastic. I even shared with him about my cat, and he, you guys care. So we only have a few more minutes. Kirk, stay on the line if you can.
Yeah.
But I want to ask you, Luke, I believe that even though the type of music you have may not necessarily seem like it's the loving and compassionate music, I'm not saying it's not, but y'all have, as a group, as a people, you have a lot of compassion. Where do you think yours and Brian and Tyson, those are the three people I've been able to interact with. Where do you think your caring about people and compassion comes from? What drives you to be that compassionate?
For me?
Yeah, for you, Luke.
I would say it's just impulsive for me.
It's
to
what?
be passionate. I would say it's impulsive.
Yeah,
for me.
Is.
To be passionate, to actually care.
I like that
to be
answer.
Driven.
Now, what are you, about 23 or something like that, Luke? You're a pretty young guy.
I'm 30.
Oh, you're a youngster. Hey, what do you think of that one, Kirk? He's 30 years old. He's a youngster, man.
What's your mom's name again?
Behave yourself, Kirk. Hey, Luke,
wow.
you didn't. Kirk, I'm not.
I remember being in a couple of pubs over there. But,
hey, you behave yourself, Kirk. Don't get me in trouble with him. Behave yourself. It's okay. He's only kidding, Luke. He's only kidding.
We're on the air, Kirk.
He's only kidding.
Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting. All right.
You know what? You know what? I'll tell you something, Luke. Kirk is a card and a half, but he's like me. Do you know how before we go, I'll tell you, Luke, I met Kirk. I was doing a haunted attraction, and he was our makeup artist. He turned me into a zombie.
I was a wardrobe manager for that, too, yeah.
Say that again?
I was a wardrobe manager.
Oh, that's right. You were the wardrobe, but there was a makeup artist that was he was
Yeah. I was doing the makeup as well, but yeah.
Yeah, but
we had to get everybody to their scene on time, right?
Wait a minute, Kirk. Don't try to confuse me on live TV. You'll make me look like I'm drunk, and I don't even drink alcohol.
No, you're fine.
At any rate, Luke, listen, we got to close up the show, but here's what I need you to do. Do you happen to know your YouTube link? Or they would just go to YouTube and look up Skyfever, and that's it?
If you go to YouTube and just type in Skyfever, one word, you'll find us.
Okay, because I think that I found more than one when I had done that earlier, today actually. I think there was a couple, and I want to make sure they get the official one so they get all the brand new music. Now, do you also have your own individual website?
We do. It's called skyfevermusic.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
if you go to that main website, you'll get the links to all our other social media outlets. Yeah.
That sounds good. Well, Luke, we do have to close up, but this was only round number one because once I start podcasting again, I want you and the entire band on the next episode that I do with you guys. It won't necessarily be in this format, but I'm returning to podcasting, and I was a podcasting pioneer way back in 2007. So El Torcaso ain't playing, ladies and gentlemen. It's the return of the Torcaso man. But with that, I want to officially say thank you to Luke Lang and Annette. Closing thoughts.
Well, God bless you and your band and your family and friends and everything, and keep up the good work.
Great work.
Great work. Sorry.
Thank you.
And what's your latest song we have to look out for?
The one that is going to be released is called Keep Pounding. It was played at the Carolina Panthers game.
Okay.
Now, Luke, I'm expecting you to make sure that Tyson or you or Brian gets it to me, or I'm going to be crying. I'm going to be like, Mommy! No, don't do that.
We'll get that to you, Al. Don't worry.
All right, man. Well, listen, I appreciate your time and calling in the way that you did. And please tell everybody in the band, I think that they are going to be big time. So you might want to contact Bono of U2. Tell him to move over because you're going to join the crowd.
Well, he lives just down the street from me, so I can go down and tell him.
I think you should do that. Well, in the meantime, everybody, we got to close up. And Kirk, you and that wife of yours, if you're still on, needs to find a way for me to get some footage of her, and then you come back. You're doing double duty, young man. Now, with that, we are going to sign off. But before we do, this is Election Day in America. It is Election Day, at least in the state of Pennsylvania. Get out there right now and vote. Your vote does count. It may not sometimes count because of political games on both party sides. But let me tell you something. When you don't get to the polls, you're voting to be controlled and enslaved. And my name is AJT, and I voted as busy as I am. So if you don't vote, I'm going to get mad at you.
Sunny days feel so nice, golden flowing like a touch of ice. You cannot see what is faking me. You cannot see what is meant to be. I'm gonna bide my precious time. I'm going to places where the sun does shine. The sun and sea are watching over.